Stuck at home during pandemic? Been dreaming of an island vibe adventure in a peaceful and isolated island? Here are the top list island in the Philippines that definitely the best place to go. A great place to escape from the busy city life and the best way to release stress from whole week of work. So without further ado, here are the top list island islet sunbar in the Philippines. Number 10, Campalabo Islet, Cebu. It doesn't mean that it is at number 10, it is the less exciting place to visit. For all we know, Philippines is an archipelago composed of 7,107 islands and more. And having visited 10 is already a great achievement. Campalabo Islet is located in southwestern part of Cebu province, the town of Pinamungahan. From Cebu City, you can reach the town through buses or private vehicles and make sure to drop in Barangay Tahaw, where you can find boat rentals to the islet. The rate was 1,200 to 1,500 depending on the number of people. Called as Campalabo Islet, but according to some, it is not an islet since it only shows off its sparkling beauty during low tide. Therefore, it should be a sandbar, which always sounds more attractive and enticing. The sandbar is about 1 hectare in total size. It literally gets submerged during high tide and emerges again during low tide. This fantastic sandbar belonged to a marine sanctuary being managed by an environmental group, the Bantay Dagat, or when translated in English, Sea Watchers. From the islet, you will have a view of the Negros Island's famous Mount Canlaon. Number 9, Canigao Island, Southern Leyte. Experience the island life for a day of the stunning Canigao Island near the municipality of Matalom, Leyte. When you are a budget traveler, you can take the passenger's boat with a fare of not more than 50 pesos. Or when you prefer a private boat, you can also rent one. Canigao Island is an inhabited island featuring a lighthouse as its only significant man-made structures. The beaches have white sand with the tropical sea creatures and extensive coral reef in the surrounding waters. The western and northern part of Canigao Island is placed under nature protection as a sanctuary. Due to this, activities such as swimming, diving, fishing, snorkeling, and boating in the protected areas are limited by law. Number 8, White Island, Camiguin. White Island is an uninhabited white sandbar located about 1.4 kilometers off the northern shore of Mambahaw, in the volcanic island of Camiguin in the Philippines. The island is generally horseshoe-shaped, although the tides constantly resize and reshape its exact form. There are no trees or shelter of any kind, and it is composed solely of white sands. Unfortunately, we only spent about 15 minutes in the island. The rain was on and off, and just when we arrived a few minutes in the island, the storm started. We were advised to return to the mainland, and so we hurriedly jumped into the boat and returned for our safety. Days before the trip, Pag-asa, or the weather forecaster in the Philippines, announced about the low pressure that might transform into typhoon in the coming days. We made a land tour in Camiguin Island and we visited some of Camiguin's tourist spot. It was quite unsatisfying trip because of the bad weather. The White Island was absolutely stunning and hoping to come back again and feel and enjoy the place. And have a good picture because we did not have time for our pictorial. Thank goodness I got a video when we were about to arrive in the island. The White Island was supposed to be the highlight of our Camiguin trip because it is the number one tourist spots in Camiguin. Number 7, Santa Cruz Island, Zamboanga. The famous pink sand beach in the Philippines. situated in Basilan Strait just off the coast of the city proper, and around 4 kilometers or merely 20 minutes boat ride from Paseo del Mar, are the twin island of Santa Cruz. The smaller one, called Little Santa Cruz, is restricted to the public because it is being used as a military camp, while the bigger island, called Santa Cruz Grande, is the one we usually see in photos as the famed Pink Sun beach of Zamboanga. It is just a tiny island inhabited by a small community of Bajaus, open to general public but only on arrangement with the city tourism office of Zamboanga. The boat costs 1,000 pesos round trip, good for 1 to 10 people. There was also an entrance fee and terminal fee. But what makes the beach pink? Well, it is because of the crushed red corals known as organ pipe corals that blend well with the sand, making it look like color pink, especially on broad daylight. Number 6, Carnasa Island, Cebu, is a 173.5 hectare turtle-shaped island, one of the most beautiful beach in Cebu, located north of Malapascua Island, which itself is north of mainland Cebu in the Philippines. Carnasa Island is the northernmost offshore part of the Anbantayan. Carnasa Island is an inhabited island, best place for those who wants an island life and away from city noise. Carnasa Island has a lot to offer. They have a lot of beautiful beaches and cave. The wooden shed is very Instagrammable. You can stay at the wooden shed or you can bring your tent and pay for the space, or better, you can stay at the homestay to help some locals. It was a challenge getting there due to the gigantic waves, but definitely worth it. It's about 4 hours bus ride from Cebu North Bus Terminal and 2 hours boat ride from Tapilon Port. Make sure you tell the driver to drop you at Tapilon Port where you can take the passenger's boat or the private boat. During the time we went there, it was a peak season and tourists were flooding at Tapilon Port. Boats can no longer accommodate us, so we headed to Maya Port, which is about 15 to 20 minutes ride away from Tapilon Port, and there we took the private boat. Thank goodness we shared a boat with other group. Number 5. Manhuyud Sanbor, Negros Oriental, known as the Maldives of the Philippines. It became more popular due to the vlog of one foreign vlogger that goes viral. A perfect weekend getaway to escape from the hustle and bustle in the city. This gem is located in Negros Oriental, specifically in the town of Bais. The sandbar of Manhuyud is a strip of pristine white sand located at about 15 minutes boat ride from the coast of Bais City. The surface of this island emerges only during low tide, and there are native wooden houses built on stilts. The total surface of the strip is about 600 hectares, considering also the submerged portions. You can rent a boat in Bais City about 3,500 pesos to 4,000 pesos, depending on the number of people. Number 4. Isla Lamanok, Masbate Province. When you visit Carnasa Island in the northernmost of Cebu North, make sure not to miss going to Lamanok because it is 1 hour boat ride from Carnasa Island. Best time to visit during the morning when the oceans are still calm. You can hire a boat from the locals in Carnasa Island. Make sure you reserve a boat day before and tell Kuya to get you around 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning. Isla Lamanok is like 2 islands connected with a sandbar. Like Santa Cruz Island in Zamboanga, you can also find a pink corals here in Lamanok. At first, I thought that this island belonged to Cebu, but to my surprise, this island is already belonged to Masbate. The island was situated between Masbate and Cebu, but it is nearer to Masbate. Before, Lamanok was being contested between these two provinces. It was successfully belonged to Masbate, though it was not belonged to my beloved province Cebu, but I was so grateful and happy being there because unexpectedly and unknowingly I already made my first trip in Masbate. Number 3, Kalangaman Island, Leyte. Kalangaman Island has the most beautiful and long sandbar among the top 10. But for me, it is only in my top 3 because the top 2 and top 1 weighed much heavier in my heart. Maybe because I was able to stay long and sleep in the island for a night and I truly feel the island vibes and the island life by staying in a homestay and having a camping, and I was able to blend more with the locals. Kalangaman Island is famous for its crystal clear water, white powder sand, and long sandbars, stretching on both sides of the island. The surrounding of the beach is really calm, safe, and truly relaxing. The island is considered the crown jewels of Palampun in the province of Leyte. Famous for its scuba diving and snorkeling, you can enjoy the sunshine and barbecue. Best way to reach this island is from Palampun. Boat ride will take 30 to 40 minutes. The island has a length of only 753 meters and is uninhabited. There are no big resorts in the island. Overnight camping is allowed. To preserve the beauty of the island, the local tourism office allows a maximum of 500 tourists a day. Number 2, Sambawan Island, Leyte. Looking for a serene place to relax and unwind? Make your way to this beautiful remote island of Sambawan, located in Naval, Leyte. Take your time out and have a breath of some fresh air in quiet, beautiful, and serene view place. Ideal place to unwind and connect with your deeper self. Also, ready your wide lens or cell phones when you visit in this incredibly beautiful island. A must place if you are an IG addict or a photography enthusiast. This paradise is located in Naval, Biliran, Leyte province. Though it was not an easy journey going there from Cebu or maybe anywhere you are in the Philippines, but I assure you that it's all worth it. It takes a lot of patience getting to the island. I've been dreaming to see this beautiful island, that is why I made it happen. If you really want that something, you will find ways to get or achieve it. We had crossed 3 oceans just to get to Sambawan Island. From Cebu, we sailed to Naval, and from Naval to Maripipi, and we traveled to Barangay Olug in Maripipi where we can find cheaper boat rentals that could finally take us to Sambawan Island. Boat rentals are cheaper in Barangay Olog because it's by locals and it's about 20 minutes to 30 minutes boat ride. There are cottages in the island where you can stay overnight. But us, we brought our tent and we just paid for the space. There are also entrance fee and environmental fee in the island, but I totally forgot the exact amount. Make sure you hike the peak of Sambawan Island where you can see the 360 view of the island facing the tallest mountain of Maripipi. Postcard perfect view. It has a crystal clear water and the place is not crowded. Only few people take risks to get there because of its location that is not so accessible. I am so happy and proud that I made it to the island. The last but not the least, my most favorite, number 1, Mararison Island, Antique Province. Formerly known as Malalison Island because the small community inhabited the island pronounced letter R as letter L. Mararison Island is a small island beach destination and a barangay in Colasi town in Antique Province on the island of Panay in the Philippines. The beauty of the island was only seen by media after the devastation of Typhoon Haiyan in the province. Mararison is just behind the world's most popular beach destination, Boracay. When you go to Boracay Island, don't miss Colasi Antique, about 1 to 2 hours bus ride from Caticlan Port. Marorison Island has a crystal clear beach, white sandbar, clean cottages, and very welcoming locals. I fall in love not just with the island but also with the hospitable locals in Marorison. Best island life experience just like the locals in Carnasa Island. Aside from the beach, make sure to go on a 30 minutes hike to the peak of Marison Island where you can see the 360 view of the beauty of the island, facing the second highest mountain in Panay Island, the Mount Majas, one of my dream mountain to hike in the country. So you guys, if you are looking for a quiet place to relax and unwind, I so perfectly recommend this island. And kindly stay at homestay so you can also have the fox in the island. So guys, that's all of my top 10 best island or islet to go in the Philippines, and hope I help you decide where to go next on your next destination. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified for my next upload. See you on my next video. Bye.